What's up, you guys? This is my morning routine. I do this daily, some version of this routine, and I just think it's a complete work of the hips, the shoulders, nothing super deep, but it just touches everything, all right? If you don't have time to do a whole workout, take 10 minutes and do this flow. All right, let's get started. All right, let's come to a tabletop. Bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and we'll start with a few cat-cows. Inhale to lift your chest, exhale to round your spine. Okay, so just start moving your spine and breathing. Feel some engagement of your core, your hips, so that this movement is not passive. And just try to get a sense for where your spine's at. How's it feeling? How's it move forward? How's it move back? How does it interact with your hips, your shoulders? Maybe you feel the need for some side bends, and scapular rotations, or something else that I haven't mentioned. Okay, take another 5 breaths or so. Just exploring any tight spots that you've been carrying or that you woke up with today. Now let's move your hands a little bit forward, maybe a handprint, and shift your hips forward, lower them down. So now we're in a chest down position. Let's press the legs into the ground and lift your chest up. Cobra Pose. Feel your shoulder blades draw together. Open up across the chest. Breathe in, lift your chest up. All right, engage your glutes, your back muscles. And lower down. Send your hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Now let's go back and forth. From child's pose, inhale. Wave the hips forward. Let them lower, then lift your head up last. Exhale, tuck your chin. Lift your mid-spine, your hips go back. And so we're just waving back and forth. Keeping the core strong, keeping the hips engaged, so that your body is moving as one unit, not separate parts. Okay, feel your hands grip the ground. Feel the tops of your feet press into the ground. Just moving and breathing. And so essentially this is a cat-cow. We're just involving the shoulders and the hips a little bit more. We're getting spinal flexion and extension in a very safe way, okay? It's a very safe position to explore. And then let's take your right foot forward, step outside of the right hand, lift your chest up. Okay, feel the hips reach forward. Full breaths, you guys. Good, then send the hips back, straighten your leg, press the heel into the ground. It can be a little bit bent. All right, that's fine. It might even give you a better stretch. Try not to lock it out, even worse, hyperextend. Okay. All right, then shift forward. And let's turn to the edges of the feet. All right, so you'll turn your chest, your hips to your right, and notice your pinky edge of the feet is pressing into the ground. All right, so we feel this line from the edge of the feet up the side of the legs, side of the hips. All right, now let's get some breath. Try not to be completely slumped into this, and then you might lift up, you might be a little bit more active, but I like something in between where we're getting a stretch and we're also using strength. Okay, so let's take one more breath. Then turn back into this lizard lunge and back into child's pose. And straight to the other side. Step outside of your hand. Okay, get a couple breaths. Lifting your chest, sending the hips forward, and continually using your breath. Okay. Breathe in, expanding the ribs, the belly button. And breathe out long, full exhales. And straighten your leg, send the hips back, press the heel down, okay? Don't just rest it there. Don't just let the foot go limp. Rather, keep the toes pointed up towards your knee and breathe, all right? As if your belly button is reaching towards your thigh with your inhale. Right, and shift forward into your lunge. All right, lift. Any tendency to let your head drop, okay, we want to avoid that. Right? We want to keep your head lifted, your spine extended, and then we'll turn. So your torso faces the left, and try to get onto the edges of both feet. Make sure your back foot turns as well, because that'll affect how your hip feels. Okay, think of your feet as steering wheels for the hips. Breathe well here. Engage the core, the hips. Press your feet into the ground. Press your hands into the ground. Good. All right, then we'll turn back around to your forward lunge, step back to child's pose. And now let's repeat that sequence, one breath, one movement. Inhale, step your right foot outside of the right hand. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, turn, edges of the feet. Inhale, forward, chest lifts. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale to the other side. Exhale fully. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, turn, edges of your feet. Inhale. Exhale to come back. And let's just continue this movement, okay? Using your breath to set the pace like a metronome. It's okay if you get lost in the flow. I just chose this order randomly, and it doesn't have to be perfect, right? You might prefer modifying. There we go. Coming back and forth. Let's get one more time on the other side, and then we'll have the option to crank it up if you want some more intensity here. Same movements, we're just gonna do a little modification, okay? Or you can stay with this version we're doing right now. So if you'd like the harder version, let's come to child's pose and float your knees off the ground. All right, and then we'll bring right knee to elbow, step, keep your back knee lifted. Keep your back knee lifted as you straighten the front leg. Breathe in. Exhale to turn. Back and forth. So we're just taking the knees off the ground to add a little bit more strength and intensity here. All right. And you can pick and choose at which point you want to take your knees off the ground so that you can make this more custom fitted to your particular needs, your energy level this morning, or whenever you're trying this movement. We're just waking the hips up, waking up the shoulders, the core muscles. Okay, just a full body once over. We're just touching everything lightly, not trying to go super deep, just trying to wake everything up. Let's get one more time on each side. And people always ask, how long do I need to do it? How long do I hold the stretch? How many repetitions? I don't know. You do as many as you feel a positive sensation from. That might be uncomfortable, and you want to discern between positive, productive discomfort and pain that's detrimental, that is unproductive, okay? So you could spend 20 minutes doing the same flow. Depends on what you need. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.